So as the fight is getting closer now, the fight between the pound for pound king, the pride of Guadalajara, Mexico, Saul Canelo Alvarez, versus a man who went through trying tough times more than anyone could ever fathom, Caleb Plant. Now, this is not necessarily a breakdown of the fight. You can actually check out the fight breakdown that I'm going to post between Canelo and Caleb Plant. And I already talked about this fight, to be honest. I don't think that Caleb Plant possesses the skill set to beat Canelo Alvarez. I mean, Canelo Alvarez, what can you say about the guy? He's been fighting absolute killers since he was 20 years old. Miguel Cotto at 24, Shane Mosley at 22, Floyd Mayweather at 23, Golovkin twice at 27, Kovalev at 28. I mean, the list goes on and on. So when you talk about resume, when you talk about experience, being composed under the fire, there's no one like Canelo Alvarez. But let's talk about his opponent, Caleb Plant. Now, although I said that I don't believe Caleb Plant possesses the skill set to beat Canelo Alvarez, and maybe I'm wrong, who knows? I would never disrespect a fighter just because I appreciate another fighter's greatness. So all respect in the world for both men. But my friend asked me the other day, what do you think about the Canelo and Plant fight? What do you think Plant's biggest advantage is going to be coming into the fight? It's definitely not going to be skill set. It's going to be the mindset. Caleb Plant, I don't think people know about his story, but the man buried his mom and daughter in the same year, I believe. And he promised his daughter that he was going to be a world champion. And after becoming a world champion, he took the belt to her graveside and showed her that I did fulfill my promise to you. You motivated me. You pushed me. My purpose is so big. My purpose is so potent in the sport. All respect in the world goes to Caleb Plant because he went through some rough times. And I would never dare to disrespect a man who went through such adversity. But I believe that this is the biggest advantage for Caleb Plant coming into this fight. As the rounds go on, and as the pressure of Canelo Alvarez will continue to suffocate Caleb Plant, maybe not early, because Caleb Plant is a fantastic, ferocious, fast starter. You can see that in most of his fights. In the first 4 or 5 rounds, he looks like the best fighter in the world. But after that, he takes a dip, his reflexes, the body mechanics, nothing moves the same when you're gasping for air, especially when Canelo Alvarez, the pound for pound king, is walking you down and chopping down your body, and with thousands of people in attendance screaming his name. So it's going to be a pressure cooker. It's going to be a tough night for Caleb Plant. But as the fight goes on, and as he digs deep, that purpose, all those trying times, I'm not telling you to put yourself in his shoes, but because it's impossible to do that. But just imagine this: losing your mother and daughter in the same year. I mean, it does not get any more trying, it does not get any more challenging, heartbreaking than that. So I truly believe that, although, I mean, yes, Caleb Plant is a fantastic starter. His jab is absolutely beautiful. The way he feints the jab and then comes with the looping left hook. And Sean Porter calls that punch a lazy jab. It's one of Caleb Plant's biggest and most refined weapons coming into the fight. But all skills aside, let's be honest, there's just no one on Canelo's level when it comes to skill set and mindset, especially in his last few fights. And Caleb Plant is going to have the same issue. He's going to be at a skill disadvantage. But when it comes to the mindset, I guarantee you that no one from Canelo's last 10 opponents, 10, 20 opponents, whatever you want, or even all his opponents in his career, went through the dark nights, the nights where you question everything, question your surroundings, questioning your existence after having such a heartbreaking moment, losing your mother, losing your daughter. So I truly believe that this is Caleb Plant's biggest advantage coming into the fight. When he's going to need to dig deep in the fight sooner or later, whether it's going to be in the 1st or 11th, 10th round, whatever. At some point, Caleb Plant is going to need to dig deep. And I truly believe that all those moments, that picture of his mom and his daughter in his mind, is going to help him, is going to lift him up in the moments where he needs them the most. But will it be enough to dethrone such a devastating elite champion? I mean, Canelo Alvarez. I just like to be honest. I personally didn't think he won the Golovkin fight. And it's okay. Because when you are the best, when you fight the absolute best time and time again, you're going to have some nights where you don't perform at your peak. Now, we saw in the second fight, he walked Golovkin down, and you can make the case that Golovkin was dropped again, or you can make the case that Canelo won. But that's neither here or there, because none of those fighters, maybe all of them, who knows, maybe all of them have more skills than Caleb Plant. But I guarantee you, when it comes to the mindset, when it comes to the perseverance, no one is on the level of Caleb Plant right now. And will it be enough? We're gonna find out. But one thing's for sure, I'm gonna be watching, and I cannot wait for the unification showdown.